NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Fort Loramie Redskins will take on the Jackson Center Tigers. Today's game brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me this afternoon, Jeff Henchen. A battle of Shelby County Athletic League foes in Fort Loramie and Jackson Center. Fort Loramie comes in riding a winning streak of 8 straight to start the season. Of course, coming off a state championship from a year ago. Carla Siegel, 552 wins on her career. And Fort Loramie brings to the table this afternoon 2 players that are all state from a year ago.
Yeah, they do. With Avery Brandewie, a 5'10 senior, very talented. You have Victoria Mesher, a 6-foot senior. Again, a lot of the length with Mesher, and they just have good ball sense, too. They play well together. They pass to each other. Their length, I think, is really their key as far as their defensive presence. They really make it difficult for other teams, guards, and players to act or to perform on offense. So it's a nice talent she has with those 2 young ladies, and they've done very nicely for her squad this year.
Brandewie comes in averaging 20.9 points per game and 8.8 rebounds, the first-team All-Ohio player and player of the year a year ago in the Shelby County Athletic League. Victoria Mesher, third-team All-Ohio, averaging 11 points per game and 4.9 rebounds per game. You look at Jackson Center. Jackson Center, they defeated New Knoxville in their last start, 42-27, evens their record at 4-4. But when you look at the season, they've had 4 losses by a total of 19 points, 7, 2, 4, and 6. Tough 4-4 record. Yeah, you look at some of those games, obviously, go back and think, boy, if we do this or that, we get some W's, and they can very easily be a little bit better record. But that's the name of the game. You got to make plays and find a way to correct it, if you will, and finish on top. They're going to have their hands full today against Fort Loramie and really need to limit their mistakes and execute well to hang with a very talented Fort Loramie team. But Jackson Center, a lot of veterans on this team. A couple girls have played all 4 years, and they'll get another player back today that will help them maybe with some of their supporting cast. So they're at their home court, nothing to lose today for the Tigers except play strong. And we're just moments away from our opening tip-off and introduction of our starting lineups. But first, let's have our national anthem. You are listening and watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
We're more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
And in our junior varsity contest before tonight's varsity game, Fort Loramie prevailed 26-13. Hats off to those ladies for that performance. Redskins the winner 26-13. Starting lineups. First for the Fort Loramie Redskins, number 11, Ariel Heitkamp, a 5'5 senior. Number 12, Miley Chateau, 5'7 senior. Number 21, Victoria Mesher, a 6-foot senior. And number 23, Maddie Chateau, a 5'7 sophomore. And number 40, Avery Brandewie, a 5'10 senior. I think it's also interesting to note, Jeff, that Maddie Chateau is averaging 12.3 points per game, and she's a sophomore and is the floor leader for the Fort Loramie Redskins. Now for the Jackson Center Tigers of Coach Tiffany Brown. Number 20, Tatum Reichert, a 5'6 freshman. Number 30, Hayden Bensman. Number 14, McKinley Reichert, 5'10 senior. And number 10, Presley Reese, 5'9 senior. And number 34, another senior in the Tiger starting lineup, 5'6", D. Lichtenberg. Now let's take a look at our keys to the game. First for the visiting Fort Loramie Redskins of Coach Carla Siegel.
Coach Siegel would like to defend the perimeter against the Tigers. Don't give them open looks. Also feels that rebounding on both ends of the court is key to limit the Tigers to second chance, but also score on their own side with some offensive stick backs. And offensively, as you and I talked, be on the attack mode. So look out. I think Coach Siegel wants your team to play strong and aggressive on offense. For the Tigers, they need to handle the pressure against Fort Loramie, need to rebound the basketball, similar to what Coach Siegel talked about, both ends, and get offense from other players, not just Reichert, as you'd think Fort Loramie's are maybe focused on her. So other girls have to step up, knock down shots, given their opportunities.
Fort Loramie, turnaround jump shot, no good there by Victoria Mesher. And Reichert with the rebound, Tatum Reichert.
Well, good start for the Tiger defense. They force Mesher into a tough turnaround jumper. More importantly, they rebound her missed shot, and they come down now their first look on offense.
Lichtenberg with it out front. Over to Reichert. Reichert will handle the basketball. Bensman with it now. Reichert in the corner is open. He'll come back out to Reese. Left side, they'll work it to the corner. Bensman out front to Reichert. McKinley Reichert now with the basketball. Pass comes over to Presley Reese. It's always interesting when a coach as successful as Coach Siegel, as the pass goes inside to Lichtenberg. Shot no good, but it'll come back to Tatum Reichert for the short jumper. It's short, tipped out of there by McKinley Reichert. Jackson Center will keep the basketball. Coach Siegel puts in her pregame notes to us, attack mode. That kind of scares me.
That's what I mentioned. Yeah, you and I both read into it the same thing. Is she wants, I think, continue to push her team, and they score what they do so well in transition. They don't miss many layups. Maddie Shadow, you mentioned the sophomore, averaging 12 points a game, converts on that turnover or points off of a turnover after Jackson Center had a couple looks, was going for their third look in the opening possession. Instead of turnover, quick offense for the Redskins.
Turnover by Tatum Reichert. And 2-0 our score in that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Fort Loramie with the early lead.
When they did so again in transition, points off turnovers, and that's something Fort Loramie does so nicely as they finish on those opportunities. Their free throws coming up here for the Redskins.
Avery Brandewee will go to the free throw line. Foul will go against number 10, Presley Reese. Brandewee connects.
85% free throw shooter. There's a reason she's scoring 20-plus points a game. Knocks down her free throws at a very good clip. She's tough to stop.
And on the made free throw, Fort Loramie will apply full court pressure. Long pass intended for Bensman.
And they give it back. But that's what Fort Loramie does so well, is they are ball hawks. They force a very long pass that has a lot of air time, so that allows their defensive backs, if you will, to make a play. They force a turnover, and although they give it back, that's what they strive so much on, is forcing that long pass, and they're in the right spot then to take it away.
Reichert out front with the basketball. McKinley goes into the lane, running right-hander. Shot a little bit off balance and comes down to Fort Loramie.
I shot that one in a hurry. She knew Fort Loramie wouldn't give her much room, so she shot it kind of off of 1 foot. But that's sometimes what you got to do. If you don't get it off, the defense will be there to, prevent the shot from being taken at all. Second turnover against the Redskins. Jackson Center with 3.
Presley Reese disrupted that play on defense. Basketball comes back to the Tigers. She'll bring it across the timeline. Bensman in the wing, guarded closely there by Miley Chateau.
Didn't take advantage. Chateau kind of overplayed her going for the steal and didn't drive to the basket.
Brandewee on the breakaway, up and in.
Well, that was a tough angle, Dave. On the left side, she ball faked and still finished with her left hand and points off turnovers again. And Jackson Center didn't attack when Shadow came up to put pressure on, I believe it was Bensman. she had an opportunity to drive to the basket, make something happen. Wanted nothing to do with it. Held on to it, let Shadow recover. And the gamble, therefore, on Fort Loramie didn't really hurt him because Jackson Center did not attack the opportunity.
Boy, that's a great point. Inside to Reichert, over to Bensman.
I think some of that's the fear of knowing if you do attack the basket, you're going to be swallowed up by the defense. But sometimes you just got to go at it and make things happen on your own and force the defense to make a play.
Tigers
nice
looking
back
for the
door.
open pass. There it is. Reese. Brandewee just literally takes it away. Mesher looking for her teammate, Miley Chateau, and it's going to go out of bounds, and Fort Loramie will have a turnover.
One of the few times maybe they overpassed it. Mesher, though, didn't feel comfortable on the left side. Kind of went up in the air, got rid of it. The third turnover of the Redskins as they go to a 1-3-1 trap. And, again, force that long diagonal pass, kind of an easy pick. Fifth turnover for the Tigers.
Mesher puts it on the floor. Gets it back out. Heitkamp will handle the basketball out front. Bensman will guard her. So the baseline it goes, and Chateau, and she'll put it up and in.
There's a difference between the two ends of the court. Shadow got on the right wing and just went baseline, had an opening, got a shot to take. It went in, so good work by Shadow.
And it's 8-0 Fort Loramie on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Yeah, we played over 4 minutes, and Jackson Center yet to score. But most of the shots, Reichert had a runner. There's not been anything open. It's kind of been rushed a little bit.
Corin Holscher and Taylor Schmidtmeyer into the lineup for Fort Loramie. 30-second timeout taken by Jackson Center. 3:53 to play. Opening quarter of play from Jackson Center. Fort Loramie 8, Jackson Center nothing. Like to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's contest. First National Bank, Hometown Opportunity, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Precision Strip, and St. Henry Bank. 8-0, as we said. Fort Loramie off to that good start. Pull a stat off the Fort Loramie's statistical page, and in the first quarter, Fort Loramie's outscored the opponents 136-50, or 17-6
There
on
you
an
go.
average.
That's, one way to get an 11-point lead. And you got to figure some of those games, if they have running clock to fourth quarters, won't be quite as drastic because there's not as much time played. But that good first quarter where it's a full 8 minutes, that stat, that 17-6 run, that's going to put teams in a bind. And they continue to force turnovers. That's the sixth in the double team there in the corner, using the sideline and the end line as multiple defenders, forcing the sixth turnover for the Tigers.
Chateau inside to Brandewee.
Good help defense by Reichert.
Up court, Reese. Open shot, no good. Reichert with the battle for the rebound. It's going to go off of Miley Chateau, and Jackson Center will have it. An inbounds pass. Autumn Turner, number 10, into the Fort Loramie lineup.
Yes, her first appearance. And then
A couple
returners, Heitkamp and Mesher returning starters back on the court for Coach Siegel. You mentioned the 552 wins in 26 seasons. To take a line from you, that's 21 wins a year.
That's pretty good work. Shot no good, and
Is that by Bensman?
Heitkamp.
Who took the shot? I was looking down at my
I
notes.
believe that was Bensman, yes.
Three-pointer?
Yes.
Thank you.
They'll go right side,
They'll open.
and Schmidtmeyer inside to Mesher. Shot no good. Ball comes out to Reese. Reese on the break. Inside it goes.
Charge.
I'm going to call it charge.
Heitkamp will draw the charge as Reese tried to Euro step, if you will, around her. Instead, will pick up her second foul. Good defensive play by Heitkamp, as, again, that Euro step usually is a glancing step to the side. But Reese whistled for the foul instead, so they'll have to keep an eye on hers. She stays on the court with the two fouls.
Audrey Bird, number 22, a 5'5 junior for Jackson Center, into the lineup for the first time.
Man-to-man defense for the Tigers.
Go right side, running the baseline. Back out front to Mesher.
Nice.
Off, left-handed off the glass, no good. Rebound up and in. That's Autumn Turner, I believe.
Offensive rebound basket for Turner, her first points of the game. But a nice move by Mesher. It didn't go in, but boy, just slow, deliberate, everything but going in.
Reese for three, shot no good. Reichert trying to chase it down. It's going to go off of Fort Loramie.
Well, that'll be the fourth time now unofficially that I have the Tigers getting offensive rebound. 4 of them here in this quarter. Now, obviously, they haven't scored any of them, but they've had multiple looks in some of these possessions. They need to, hang on to it and get a shot off, and a couple of them have done just that, turned, though, into a turnover and in transition.
Chateau with the easy bucket.
Well, that was a nice pass. They stole it down here in the far end, and one pass and about 2 dribbles and basket by the Tigers off of the turnover.
Jackson Center will inbound it again. 1:56 to go here in the opening quarter. Reichert in the corner. Defense quite cagey with Reichert. They'll get it up court to Bird. Bird will try and take it inside, dishing it off to Lichtenberg, but there's a foul. It's going to go against number 30, Taylor Schmidtmeyer, a 5'10 junior for Fort Loramie.
Nice job by Tatum Reichert, dribbling down the court and then getting a good diagonal pass where she could see the defense, made good judgment.
Jackson Center will take a timeout. 1:47 to go here in our opening quarter. A full timeout. Our score, Fort Loramie 12, Jackson Center nothing. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Minute 47 to go here in our first quarter. Jackson Center looking for their first score of this afternoon's contest against Fort Loramie. Tatum Reichert will inbound it. Ball tipped away there by Chateau, picked up by Bensman.
Here comes the double team. Oh, they back off, but nothing is easy. Even the inbounds pass, sometimes they're just casual. There's a diagonal long court pass again.
And
too easy for the defense.
Chateau with the easy bucket.
You recall Fort Loramie missing a layup today? They haven't.
No.
Not really, except when Mesher maybe threw it out of bounds. I don't know, but they just convert. So they're well on their way to that 17-6 first quarter average that you talked about.
Reichert inside. She'll draw the foul, and McKinley Reichert should go to the line and shoot 2.
Need these shots to go in. Get a little bit of offense started here with a minute 16 to play. It won't be easy, so these are the shots that you're not being contested with. Got to knock them down.
Reichert puts Jackson Center on the board.
Scoring is not easy. You mentioned the 6 points average that Fort Loramie gives up per season. The defensive, I think their team totals is pretty good as well.
Yeah, 26.4 points per game. Second free throw a little bit short. Mesher with a rebound. Chateau with it, looking for Mesher on the cut, but it's going to go across the timeline and out of bounds.
That is the 5th Fort Loramie turnover. I mean, that's probably uncharacteristic, but 5 here in the quarter for the Redskins, but yet a 13-point lead. They've done a lot of other things very nicely and have a 13-point cushion.
Bird will handle it out front. McKinley Reichert to Bensman. Reichert puts it on the floor, tries to make a move inside, passes it in the corner to Tatum Reichert. She'll handle the basketball, clock at 49 seconds. McKinley Reichert thought about it. Mesher on her, they'll bring it back out front. Inside goes Bensman, off the glass, no good. Lichtenberg with a rebound, shot, no good, rebound. Fort Loramie. Chateau with the basketball. Heitkamp, she'll take it inside. Brandewie over to Mesher. Mesher's shot will fall, and it's 16-1.
Double team Brandewie. She found Mesher. And get this, Mesher was moving to the basket. Amazing how well that happens. Wasn't standing still, but Brandewie found her, and a nice slide cut by Mesher, who scores her first bucket. But that came off a double team against Brandewie.
Inside Reichert. Lichtenberg will put it up and in as Reichert's shot is short. And we end our first quarter of basketball here at Jackson Center. Fort Loramie unbeaten on the season, 16. Jackson Center 3. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Fort Loramie will have the basketball to begin the quarter. Number 33, Kendall Tenery into the lineup for Fort Loramie. 5'7" junior. Outside jumper, Brandewie. It's short. Rebound underneath. Shot put up there by Izzy Meyer, also into the lineup. One thing that I was just going to note, Jeff, one thing that Coach Siegel mentioned is developing more players off the bench. And as we start this second quarter, you see some different faces into the rotation.
Here is one way to get that done, as you're exactly right. Meaningful minutes, early in the ball game, not mop-up roles where they're getting a chance now to play. And they have a cushion to work with, so a few mistakes, if they do make them, Fort Loramie can recover, but it gives them quality time to build their confidence.
Tatum Reichert hits the three.
For the first quarter, Jackson Center 1 of 11 from the field. That included 0 of 3 from three-point range. Tatum Reichert scores their first three-pointer of the game. 7 of 13 shooting for the Redskins in the first quarter. They've taken 3 shots here now in the second quarter, but 7 of 13, that included 7 of 10 two-point shooting. Of those 7, probably 4 or 5 were layups, but they were 0 for 3 from three-point range.
Fort Loramie with the basketball. Chateau will handle it. Miley Chateau with it, top of the key. They'll go right side to Tenery, trying to get it inside to Avery Brandewie.
Just got the pass on the wrong side. She threw it on the defensive side of Brandewie. Gets knocked out of bounds. The right idea, and good defense by the Tigers, knocking it away.
Brandewie, 15-footer.
Boy,
she can play so well, can't she? Outside, inside.
And smooth. Just kind of a simple, not simple. She made it look easy. Caught it going backwards, and in one motion, gained balance and went up with a nice, soft jump shot. She now has 6 points.
It's one of those shots you look at and you go, well, she made it look easy, but that's a lot of shots in the summer and the offseason to perfect it.
Yeah, you're right. That she made it look easy because she works at it. They get a player control foul here on Tatum Reichert. She was being hounded, but just too much, maybe, I'll say, swinging of the elbow. You can't throw elbows, and they felt she was outside of her cylinder, and she clocked, I think it was Hike Camp. If that is, and maybe it's the second time to Hike Camp, that is, has taken or drawn a player control foul.
Mesher's shot is short. Tenery will put the second shot up. Mesher will get it. Brandewee has it, puts it on the floor, dishes it off to Mesher, crossing, and she'll score. And it's 20-6, 5:39 to go.
Only one offensive rebound in the first quarter for the Redskins. They didn't miss many shots, but here in the second quarter, a host of offensive rebounds, and the last one resulted in points. Mesher, I believe, with a foul. Felt Lichtenberg, she went down on the defensive end. She comes off the court now for the Tigers.
Yeah, for a moment thought she may have twisted an ankle, but she'll go out. And Tatum Reichert will inbound it. Inbounds to Bird. Back over Bensman. Reichert, there's Bird. Reichert will shoot the three. Pops in and out. Rebound, Taylor Schmidtmeyer. Up court quickly. Autumn Turner. Back over to Chateau. In the wing to Heitkamp. Out front, Turner. Fort Loramie being patient but moving the basketball. Chateau. Out front it comes to Turner. Four minutes, 42 seconds inside. Pass goes to Taylor Schmidtmeyer. She'll draw the foul.
Reichert will pick up her first foul, team foul number 1 of the quarter. And very patient, Dave. You know, there for a second, we just kind of stood and watched as the ball moved around and they cut. And then they get a look inside and draw the foul against the Tigers.
Brandewee and Miley Chateau will come back in.
All 10 Redskins have played already here in the ball game. As Taylor Schmidtmeyer, her first point of the afternoon for the 5'10 junior.
21-6 our score. Fort Loramie with the big lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Bird will have it.
Again,
back over to Reese.
Double team, and then they don't seem to get burnt off double teaming. It's because Tigers can't find the open girl, but they recover so well. Once the pass is out of the trap of the double team, they recover back on their own girls to take away any open angles.
Jump shot no good by Bensman. Brandewee at the free throw line.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Back to Brandewee, up and in. Assist Taylor Schmidtmeyer.
Nice give and go. Brandewee bounced it to Schmidtmeyer and moved without the basketball. Another key moment there. But Taylor Schmidtmeyer with a beautiful pass. Brandewee almost was so open. She fumbled it but got it back. But assist Schmidtmeyer, bucket for Brandewee. But nice again. Pass, give and go, cut, move without the basketball. Turns into an easy opportunity for Brandewee.
Motion on the offense. Just keeping the ball, cuts, moves, passing.
Eventually the defense may make a bad decision, and you capitalize on it. Good to see Lichtenberg back in for the Tigers.
Reichert will work the baseline. She'll get the shot and put it off a glass.
Boy, I think she got lucky there. It looked like they called a foul. Maybe I missed who it was on, but I thought she almost caught the ball against the young lady's belly section as she was going up, but she is fouled.
Going to go against number 23, I believe.
Shadow,
yes. Reichert will hit the free throw.
Her second point of the game, yet to make a field goal, but she's the main threat, if you will, on offense. She can score, she can shoot jump shots, she can hit turnaround jump shots, she can dribble baseline. Need to get her some opportunities.
Second free throw also good. Good opportunity for her on the baseline. She can hold her own down there, so see what happens on the next offensive possession for Jackson Center. Fort Loramie out front with it. Heitkamp gets it into Brandewie. Brandewie is going to make the move.
Double team.
Short jumper, Miley Chateau. Lichtenberg will grab the rebound. And Brandewie will be guilty of the foul.
Her first foul, team's third.
Jackson Center's McKinley will toss it in to Reese, and she'll bring it up court.
Man-to-man defense again for the Redskins as they'll try to get the ball down to Reichert, but again, pretty good defense on the pick and roll cut that the Redskins defend very nicely.
Fort Loramie covers it up. Outside three by Reese. Shot no good. Miley Chateau with the rebound. Heitkamp across the timeline. Looks inside. Brandewie is going to make a move on Reichert. Ball goes up. Loses possession. But Fort Loramie will retain, and Heitkamp will bring it out front. But we'll have a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by the Fort Loramie Redskins. 2:53 to go. Our score, Fort Loramie 23, Jackson Center 8. And Coach Carla Siegel will take the timeout. And I think they'll set up a play here, Jeff.
Well, I think things are a little erratic there. Some bodies fell down. I think she just stopped, start over again. You're right. Get a good set on offense. And, it's a 15-point spread. Jackson Center is, they were down by 13 coming into the quarter, but it seems like they've been playing more balanced right now. Not as many turnovers for the Tigers. So Coach Siegel wants to make sure that her team doesn't lose focus here. And, again, 552 wins on the career, 26 seasons. Put that in perspective. I think we said that's 21 wins a season, 21. So I think she knows what she's doing.
She's going to settle her team into the offense. Let's see how they approach it.
The Tigers maybe switch to a zone defense. Looks like a 1-3-1, so Fort Loramie will spend a couple seconds here getting into their zone offense, if you will, against the Tiger 1-3-1.
Miley Chateau with it. Back out to Maddie Chateau. Maddie Chateau with it. Holscher in the wing. Chateau will take it and drain it over the 1-3-1.
I was just going to ask you the three-point numbers for Fort Loramie on the season. I thought maybe Jackson Center say, hey, we're going to pack it in. You shoot from the outside. And Chateau, the first make of the game for the Redskins. Last couple weeks ago when I had against Minster, I think Fort Loramie went the whole game without making a three. So I don't know utilization-wise.
16 out of 50, 32% coming into tonight.
It's not awful,
today.
But it's not over. It's not. They don't rely on that. They rely on their two-point shooting and their shots in transition.
Chateau with the steal. Lead pass to Sister Maddie. Short jumper is good.
Well, that's points off turnovers again. That wasn't a layup. That was actually a tough,
tough shot.
8-foot pull-up without bankboard. She didn't use it, and Maddie Chateau with a good finish, a three-pointer and a 2-point off the turnover.
Reichert turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Brandewie. They'll run the court. Chateau will have it. Looks inside, kicked away there by Tatum Reichert. Kendall Tenery will come into the lineup to give Ariel Heitkamp a breather.
Well, a lot of bodies for the Redskins on the court. 10 of them, I said, have already played. And they, sometimes when you interchange that much, sometimes you get out of sync or people seem to be in the wrong spot on offense and or defense. But here it just seems like everyone knows their spot, their role. Now there's the first turnover by Fort Loramie in the quarter. Jackson Center committed just their first turnover the time before, so both teams have really done a nice job now. Back-to-back turnovers for the Tigers.
Lead pass in for the bucket is Holscher. Nice lead pass by Chateau, and it's 30-8 as we come into the final seconds of our first half.
Again, how many layups in transition have they had, and how many misses have they had? Maybe one that I can remember. Other than that, they've just capitalized on those opportunities.
Reichert has it. McKinley will handle it. Gets it to Tatum Reichert as clock works down. Coming up on 20 seconds on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Lichtenberg will have it. Clock at 15. Ball tipped out of bounds. in front of the Fort Loramie bench. Reichert to inbound it with 14.3 seconds. Kendall Reese to Reichert, and she'll be fouled. That'll be on Taylor Schmidtmeyer.
Fourth team foul of the quarter, so no free throws yet. But again, they're trying to work down on McKinley Reichert. Give her the ball, let her go to work on the baseline, and she'll have to try again here with 11.9.
Schmidtmeyer has 2.
Good anticipation.
Chateau with the steal. And with 6.8 seconds, Chateau will score.
Did I mention they don't miss many layups in transition?
I think we've mentioned that.
And Chateau has been seems like one of the main contributors of, I'll say, finishing, scoring in transition. This time she draws a foul as well, so she's had a nice run of offense here the past minute and a half or so. That's
and
8
the free
points.
throw good.
8 points here just in the last minute and a half. She had 6 in the first quarter.
At the buzzer, Reese's shot off target. We'll go to halftime with the score. Fort Loramie 33, Jackson Center 8. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our four-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Here at halftime at Jackson Center, Tigers find themselves down 33-8. Let's take a look at those numbers for these two teams. Boy, Fort Loramie, once they get the ball inside, and again, as you noted throughout, when you're shooting layups off of turnovers, shooting percentage probably looks pretty good.
It does. For the Redskins of Fort Loramie, they are 14 of 26 from the field, so they missed 8 shots. 13 of 21 from two-point shooting, 1 of 5 three-point shooting. Again, a total of 14 of 26. For the Tigers, they are 2 of 17 from the field, 1 of 10 two-point shooting, and 1 of 7 three-point shooting, just 2 of 17 on the first half shooting. Free throws, Fort Loramie 4 of 5, Jackson Center 3 of 4. Rebounding, Fort Loramie had 14 rebounds, of which 5 were offensive, and I have those second chance points down for 4 for them. For Jackson Center, they had 10 rebounds. It's kind of surprising. Of the 10, 6 have been their own offensive rebounds. They were able to score a basket off of that, but 6 offensive rebounds for the Tigers. But when they didn't score, a lot of times those second chances actually turned out to be a turnover the following, as that possession continued. And Jackson Center, again, doing a nice job finishing. We call them layups. Some have been wide open. Some have been a little bit contested. Nonetheless, the Redskins have capitalized on those opportunities at the rim.
Pass goes inside, and ball goes to the floor. Reese will get it back out. And McKinley Reichert to Tatum Reichert. Reese. McKinley Reichert runs the cut. Outside jumper, Tatum Reichert pops in and out. Rebound to Miley Chateau.
Leading scorers in the ballgame, Chateau, you just mentioned. Maddie, this case, Maddie Chateau had 14, 8 from Avery Brandewee, 2 apiece from Corinne Holscher, Miley Chateau, and Autumn Turner, and 1 from Taylor Schmidtmeyer, and that basket was made by
Victoria Mesher. Nice turnaround jumper.
Mesher now with 6. And leading scores for the Tigers, 3 and 3 from Tatum Reichert and McKinley Reichert, and a 2-point shot by Lichtenberg.
Get the ball down low to Lichtenberg, and then she pushes it back out.
Miley Chateau with a foul, number 1 against her.
That's kind of one you'd like to see Lichtenberg finish it off.
Yeah.
I mean, whether she draws the foul, which she eventually did, but she drew it as the pass went back out.
And the turnover gives the ball back to the Redskins, so they don't get to really take advantage of that foul-caused play, if you will. They turn it over and inbounds.
Chateau back over to the left side. Mesher. Heitkamp for 3. Shot no good. Brandewie, good position. Jackson center defense collapses on her. The ball goes to the floor. They get it out to Heitkamp, who makes a nice move inside and gets the layup.
Heitkamp, Ariel misses a 3-point shot, and then in the scrum battle for the rebound, Fort Loramie comes up with it, and Heitkamp goes off the dribble on the left side for the basket.
Steal by Heitkamp on the break. Chateau shot no good. Reichert will grab the rebound.
Block shot for the Tigers against Chateau.
And timeout, Jackson Center, as Reichert trapped. No alternative for Jackson Center. They'll take a full timeout. Our score was 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Fort Loramie 37, Jackson Center 8. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
We are more than just a bank. Our commitment goes beyond banking transactions. It's about investing in the hearts and hopes of the people we serve. From scholarships that pave the way for bright futures to local initiatives that enrich lives, we stand by you every step of the way. Because when our community thrives, we all prosper. Together, we build a stronger, brighter community.
Jackson Center has the timeout. They have the basketball. Looking to put some points on the board here in quarter number 3. Reichert in the corner, double team. She'll toss it off of Mesher.
Good defense. She was trying to hit her sister on the backdoor cut, but again, the pass over her head right into the hands of Mesher was able to deflect it. Mesher and then Reichert ultimately had to throw it off of Mesher to get the ball back, but the Redskins, play good sound defense, but Tigers need to maybe make a better pass and capitalize on that backdoor opportunity.
Reese, 15-footer. It's short. It's going to go out of bounds.
Just nothing's easy there. She kind of rushed it, had to go in a hurry. Tough shot from 16 feet, left it short, but doesn't have time to. You don't have time to jump stop, reload, and fire. You've got to be able to go in one motion and finish before the Redskins defense gets in your face.
Fort Loramie. Heitkamp for 3. Got it. Ariel Heitkamp.
5 points here in the quarter. Her 5 points on the game, and that's the second made 3-point shot for the Redskins here this afternoon.
Heitkamp 3 out of 10 on the season from behind the arc coming into tonight's play. Got a whistle and a foul.
Good screen by Lichtenberg. They went through D to fight through her screen, and just too much contact as foul goes against. I didn't see which Redskin got it.
I think that was Mesher. Picked up her second. Inbounds pass to Reichert. Reichert trying to move inside. Fadeaway jumper. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Maddie Chateau. Up court steal by McKinley Reichert. Lead pass to Reese. A step too far. Jackson Center turns it over.
Yeah, tough break there. McKinley made a nice play, kind of like, again, like a defensive back, a free safety. Saw the long pass, made a nice one-armed or one-handed interception, but her pass into Reese just too strong, gives it right back to the Redskins.
Out front, Heitkamp. Back over to Miley Chateau. Now to Maddie Chateau. Miley Chateau. Heitkamp running the offense. They'll go down low. Wide open is Brandewie.
Boy, it doesn't seem too complicated, but somehow Brandewie, best player on the court, able to get a wide open look inside the block and score her 10th point.
Get that mismatch size-wise, and Brandewie puts it off the glass. Nice defensive play by Reichert with the block.
I was kind of watching a motion offense, but, I don't know how Brandewie just got wide open. I didn't see a lot of picks, and all of a sudden there she was.
Wide open.
Yeah, and you can't have those breakdowns that close to the basket, especially with a girl that knows how to put the ball in the basket. Nice back door.
And you get 5'3" Hayden Bensman up against 5'10" Avery Brandewie. That mismatch is boom. And Avery Brandewie knows what to do.
Yes, she does. Again, this is not a surprise, and they've very confident they play with, if you will.
Reichert looking for Bird. Here comes Fort Loramie on the break.
Nice bounce pass. Another block shot for Reichert in transition, but again, Fort Loramie will get the basketball, but a nice bounce pass. The shot was deflected out of bounds by Reichert, but good execution in transition.
Maddie Chateau will inbound it. Open is Maddie Chateau. Rebound, Reichert on the miss.
5 turnovers, just over half a quarter to play here in the third for the Tigers. They've
outside three by Reese, no good. Rebound, Autumn Turner.
One and done for the Tigers.
Turnaround jumper, Holscher, no good. Reese will have it. Running the court. She'll fire the three. In and out. Rebound, Turner.
Good looking shot there, kind of in rhythm. You could see she was going to go up, but nice one motion shot, but everything but go in for the Tigers. They remain scoreless here in the third.
2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Inside goes Taylor Schmidtmeyer. Shot no good. Brandewie to the floor. Up court, and there's the first bucket as Tatum Reichert puts it in.
Huge, she get the pass from her sister?
I do believe.
Yeah, nice left-hand finish for Tatum Reichert, her 5th point of the game. And as Dave mentioned, double digits now for the team. 2 minutes plus to go in the third quarter.
Fort Loramie into that offensive set. Chateau wants to go inside. Ball stripped away there by Presley Reese. Substitutes for both squads. Minute 59 to go. Kendall Tenery, the junior, will toss it in. Ball is loose. Bensman will lead Reese. Shot doesn't go.
Not to say you're going to make every shot, but there's something in transition. The Tigers come up with nothing. It seems like the Redskins, when in transition, they usually come up with something.
Backdoor pass to Mesher off the glass, up and in.
Nice hesitation, protected it, felt the defensive pressure slide by, kept the ball in a tough place to get tied up, and finishes with her 8th point.
Here comes the steal. Mesher, left-handed layup.
Make it 10 for Mesher, 6 here in the quarter, and
clock is running.
Textbook offensive finisher, left-hand layup.
46-10. Jackson Center will take the timeout with a minute 12 to go. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break in the action. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Fort Loramie 46, Jackson Center 10. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Jackson Center takes the timeout. They'll have the basketball.
Running clock situation now. That last basket put Fort Loramie up by 36, so they've jumped over that 35-point threshold. So running clock until it can get under 30.
Lichtenberg for three. Shot no good as Mesher grabs the rebound. They'll go inside. Tenery will work on Lichtenberg, puts it up and in. Kendall Tenery will get the bucket.
Caught it and shot it like she knew exactly what she wanted to do. And again, she probably hasn't scored a lot of points this season, but able to do just what you're supposed to. Catch it, shield it, protect, go up and finish. And Tenery with the basket.
48-10 is the lead.
Yeah, that's Tenery's first points of the season, I think. No, take it back. She has scored 4, and that's her 6th point, but it looked just like she knew how to do it. Or just like she was supposed to.
Benzman, outside jump shot, no good. Rebound inside, Reichert. She'll be fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line.
First offensive rebound of the third quarter, and this will end the third quarter with the running clock. So 2 free throws for McKinley Reichert with nobody on the line will be the case. And that sometimes is a little more awkward, although were you with me, Dave, a couple years ago when she stepped to the line and had to shoot free throws?
We had that game.
Against Rushi.
Yeah.
And they beat him with
very interesting finish, could say the least.
A technical foul, so to speak, and don't remember the details, but that young lady was on the court and made free throws just like this to win it.
Second free throw pops in and out. Quarter number 3 is history. Our score, Fort Loramie 48, Jackson Center 11. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
When I graduated from Salina, I didn't know much about the job market here.
I knew I wanted to come back to the area.
I went to Hometown Opportunity where I was looking for a local job.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me.
Linked me directly with those local companies.
And the last 6 months have been wonderful to feel that family environment again.
48-11. Fort Loramie with the lead and the basketball to begin the fourth quarter of play.
Another good quarter for the Redskins. They outscore the Tigers 15-3. They did so to Fort Loramie on 7 of 14 shooting from the field. Jackson Center just 1 of 9 from the field.
Fort Loramie, they'll get it inside Brandewie. Back out to Holscher, back inside Brandewie. Short jump shot, Autumn Turner, and she'll connect.
Her 4th point of the ball game. A lot of nice passing, kind of in that triangle shape there between those 3, and Turner hits down the jumper again. Ball movement and ready to score mentality. Talk about Coach Siegel and her stats or the comments she gave to us, she wanted her players to be in attack mode. And, we haven't seen hardly any girls for Fort Loramie give up an opportunity to look at the basket and attack. Maybe not shoot it, but then kick out to a girl that's ready for a better shot to catch and score.
Fort Loramie, as the clock counts down, going under 7 minutes. Chateau with it. Maddie Chateau out front to Autumn Turner. Heitkamp, number 11.
Motion offense, kind of 5-out run. They'll send a cutter through, just constant movement, waiting for the defense to make a miscue, and the offensive player then will take advantage of that. And then you hit them with the open look and bucket here. It just takes time now with Fort Loramie. No pressure to score, just force the Redskins to defend.
Ariel Heitkamp will take the three. Shot no good, and Maddie Chateau with the rebound. She'll bring it out front, and they'll set it back up again.
That movement also makes it tough to box out. So Fort Loramie, beneficiary of the offensive rebound. Turnover, though, is how this possession will end.
Lichtenberg with the steal. Good defensive play by the Tigers, but here comes Chateau with the steal. Up and in.
Not sure how many steals she's had today or how many times she has finished on that high percentage shot, but her first points of the second half now is 16 in the game.
And the lead at 52-11. You simply cannot make a cross-court pass.
It was telegraphed, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Shadow knew it was coming before the ball even left the thrower's hand. It's obviously it's easy to see from up here, but they just lull you to sleep a little bit, or they make those diagonal passes seem really ill-advised, and they take advantage of it. And it's one thing to get a steal, but then they capitalize on the other end. They score off of it.
Reichert, ball's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Fort Loramie basketball. So Tigers will turn it over as the clock continues to count down.
9 turnovers for the Tigers in the second half, 21 so far in the ball game for Jackson Center. Fort Loramie with 9.
Back out front, Miley Chateau. Brandewie directing traffic. Mesher gets it to Heitkamp. They'll go inside to Brandewie. Beautiful teamwork there.
And Brandewie had it set up. She waited for the ball reversal and was right where she needed to be. Didn't have to work for it, just kept the defender behind her. And like you said, the ball movement, though, is what made it so easy for Brandewie to hold a position, get it, and turn for the easy bank shot.
Brandewie with 12 points. Reese will come back into the lineup as Bensman will go out. Chateau will bring it across the timeline to the corner and Mesher. She'll go on that baseline. Reese.
That was a pretty good move by Mesher. She was being guarded by McKinley Reichert, who was using her peripheral vision to try to see where the screen was coming from. And Mesher gave a quick jab step like she was going to use a screen, then went baseline by herself and caught Reichert off balance. Would have scored, but the foul against Presley Reese.
Free throw is good, and Mesher with 11. 3 players in double figures, the 3 leading scorers for Fort Loramie, all in double figures with the clock counting towards 3.5 minutes remaining in this one. Reichert with a rebound. Reese.
Zone defense here for the Redskins. That a first we've seen here in the ballgame, a 1-2-2. They got a tall, lengthy Mesher upstairs to prevent the reversal.
Ball is off target. Reichert will put it up. No good. Lichtenberg and Tenery will battle for the board.
I'm going to stay with the Tigers, but I like that 1-2-2 or 1-3-1. You put Mesher upstairs on top. She makes it so hard to throw over. She forces those high arcing passes. That time Reichert was able to skip it across court. A lot of times, though, that pass, if it's not thrown with enough velocity, is a pickoff.
Tatum Reichert trying to take it inside. Picked by Mesher on the breakaway. Defense races back. Bird, but Mesher will score with a nice shot off the glass.
In transition, points off turnovers. And, again, capitalizing by finishing at the basket.
Reese back over to Reichert. Reese.
May not always get a steal on that lob pass, but it does allow your defense to shift and be in position again to defend and not give up an easy look for the Tigers.
Lichtenberg tries to get it back to Reichert, but the result is a turnover, and here come Fort Loramie.
30-second timeout just to get players in. That'll stop the running clock at 2:01.
Substitute. And Jackson Center, I think, has taken the coach's timeout. Ball's going to be right in front here. So we got a break in the action. Clock will stop at 2:01, our score. Fort Loramie 57, Jackson Center 11. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Is your internet slowing down your family fun? Your work and all the things you need to get done? Say goodbye to buffering, lagging, and endless loading screens. With NK Telco's blazing fast internet and smart Wi-Fi, everyone gets the speed they need. No contracts, no hidden fees, just everyday low prices and fast speeds. NK Telco, keeping your family connected.
Fort Loramie will inbound the basketball, and it's going to go out of bounds and over the head of Holscher.
Polschneider into the ball game. Zoe Polschneider for the Tigers.
Get some playing time, number 42, 5'7" senior. Clock at 1:38. Bensman. Fort Loramie in the zone. And we're just going to take our time here. There's a shot from the corner by Bird. Shot no good. Rebound. Up court. Looking inside. They'll bring it back out. Short jumper is good by Izzy Meyer. The 5'8" junior gets a bucket.
Fort Loramie 5 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter. 5 of 5 2-point shooting, 0 for 1 3-point shooting, but even, they play all 10 players, but 5 for 5 2-point shooting here in the fourth quarter.
That's a pretty amazing statistic as the clock counts down. This one's going to be history. There's a three by Bird from the corner.
Their first
Audrey Bird.
Should say second made three-pointer of the game.
And they're going to give her a two, it looks like. Two-pointer, and it's 59-13. Final seconds of this one. Counting down as Turner's shot no good inside. Meyer, she'll put it up and in. Izzy Meyer with the rebound. She's got 4 points. Reese, back over to Bensman. Final seconds, it counts down. Reese will fire up a three. Pops in and out. Reichert with a rebound. Shot does not count. And our final score on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 61-18 Fort Loramie with the victory. And they will move on to 9-0 on the season and up their league record, Shelby County Athletic League, to 5-0. Fort Loramie has dominated the Shelby County Athletic League, as everyone knows, as they're shooting for their 8th straight SCAL championship this season. They stay unbeaten, and next up for Fort Loramie under head coach Carla Siegel, they'll play Thursday at home with Arcanum, and then home against Russia on Saturday in a Shelby County Athletic League game. Win number 553 for Carla Siegel, as Fort Loramie continues to have an unbeaten season. Jackson Center, on the other hand, they fall to 4-5 overall and 1-4 in league play. They will play at St. Henry on January the 2nd and then travel to Fairlawn on Saturday, January the 4th for a league contest. Fort Loramie dominated throughout this one. They took the junior varsity contest 26-13 to start the afternoon off. Then in varsity play after one quarter, Fort Loramie had a 16-3 lead. McKinley Reichert hit a free throw with 1:16 to go in that opening quarter for Jackson Center's first point. Fort Loramie 7 out of 13 shooting. Overall, 7 out of 10 from inside the arc in that first quarter as they continue to build on their lead in that second quarter. They went to halftime with a 33-8 lead. As they had shot 14 out of 26 from the field. Fort Loramie through three quarters. Running clock took place there in quarter number 3. Jackson Center only 1 out of 9 in that third quarter. And running clock started late in the third quarter. And Fort Loramie outscored Jackson Center 15-3 in that quarter. And then, of course, in the fourth quarter went very quickly, Jeff. With the running clock, 61-18, Fort Loramie.
Even with that running clock in the fourth quarter, still scored 13 points, with limited minutes. But they were very consistent, 16, 17, 15, 13. But that's the offensive score by quarters for the Redskins. But here's the game numbers for the Tigers of Jackson Center. They are 4 of 30 from the field, 2 of 16 2-point shooting, 2 of 14 3-point shooting, overall 4 of 30. Fort Loramie, very good, 27 of 48. They were 25 of 38 2-point shooting, 2 of 10 3-point shooting. Again, overall 27 of 48. Free throw shooting, Jackson Center 4 of 6. Fort Loramie hit on 5 of 7. Rebounding, Fort Loramie 26 rebounds on the day, of which 10 were offensive. Jackson Center 18 rebounds on the day, 50-50 split, 9-9 for the Tigers. Turnovers, just 11 for the Redskins. Jackson Center finishes the game with 21 turnovers. Scoring in the ball game for the Redskins. All 10 players score points today. Autumn Turner with 4, 5 from Ariel Heitkamp, 2 from Miley Chateau, 4 from Izzy Meyer, 13 from Victoria Mesher, 2 from Corinne Holscher, 16 from Maddie Chateau, 1 from Taylor Schmidtmeyer, 2 from Kendall Tinnery, and 12 from Avery Brandewie. Their total of 61 for the Tigers. 5 points from Tatum Reichert, 4 from McKinley Reichert, 2 apiece from Audrey Bird and Dee Lichtenberg for their total of 13.
Defense just is where it starts with Fort Loramie. They create the turnover, get the easy basket in the transition game. Plus, when you have a couple of 2 or 3 nice players that do quite well inside.
Yes, even on the 5-on-5, then they're good passing. They can score that way as well. But today, really utilize the points in transition. I can't say how many. I don't know officially how many they came up with, but we mentioned it numerous times. Turnover on one end, and within a couple seconds, they're taking a shot, usually in the paint on the other end, and they hit a very fine percentage. I like to see the shot chart. I mean, they didn't miss many of those opportunities and crashed the glass on offense, came up with some big rebounds, keep those possessions alive. And, again, overall, just cross the I's, dot the T's, and period the sentence. They were complete throughout and got off to a good start and rolled today for the big win over Jackson Center.
Fort Loramie 9-0 on the season, unbeaten at 5-0 in league play, and they'll move along, as we said, in Shelby County Athletic League play. That's going to do it for us from Jackson Center. Fort Loramie with the win over the Tigers. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me this afternoon, Jeff Henshin, and you have been watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.